Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another pencil swatch and review. This time we've got the Faber Castell Black Edition. Now I've heard on the grapevine that these are really super soft and vibrant as well. So I'm actually really excited to try these. I started my colouring journey with Faber Castell, just with the normal pencils that you can buy everywhere. And I was really excited to see these ones because you can colour on black paper as well, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, just wanted to try them out and have a go. So I thought we'll swatch them today. And then at the end, after we swatch them, I'm going to have a go at using them on just one of the little pictures that are in Johanna Basford's Worlds of Wonder, just to test them out on some good paper as well. So yeah, I guess let's get started. So I haven't even opened these yet. So let's break into them, hey? All right. And I just got the 36 set. So I thought that was a good amount of colours to have a play with. Here we go. Okay, there we go. All right, let's slide them out. Oh, I have to buy a pencil case for these, I think. Oh, okay, sorry, that was really loud. All right, so we've got our two little packets here, and the colours already look quite beautiful. So I'm actually going to sharpen all of these, and I'll come back to you guys in a minute. So hold there and I'll be back. All right, we're back and I've sharpened them all. Now the reason I actually go through and sharpen them is because when they come from the factory, they've got like a wax coating on the outside, and the color is not really a true representation, as well as how they lay down on the paper, because it has that wax around the tip to begin with. So I always make sure I sharpen them if I can before I swatch them, because it will give me a better representation of the pencils. So before I do that, I'm going to have a look at the box. So it says super soft mine lead black edition. So it says extra smooth super soft lead for rich brilliant colors, ideal for light colored and dark papers, so you can use it on both. Made in Brazil. Yeah, that's pretty much, oh, it's triangle grip, and that's about it really. So if you can actually click, well, I guess zoom your camera in onto here and learn more about the pencils themselves, but that's okay. So let's have a look at one of the pencils, I guess, to start with. So they don't have color names or numbers. They do have the colored tip, and the wood is actually a black wood, which is pretty cool. Haven't seen that before, so that's really cool. But yeah, like I said, there's no color names or numbers, so maybe you can assign a number to them with a bit of sticky tape or something and wrap it around the pencil, but I've only got 36, so I'm not too fussed. I can kind of visualize from the swatch what I want, I guess. But yeah, it's, unless you put like a sticky thing around it with a number name or something like that, it's going to be hard to tell, I guess, what pencil's what. Yeah, so if you like that kind of system, you're going to have to come up with something that you can use to write it on. So even, for example, you know, a piece of washi tape with a bit of permanent marker written on it or something like that would work, I guess, around the tip. But today I'm just going to swatch them, and I'll come back and put names and stuff on them off camera once that's been done. So I'm going to start with the one that was in the front with the white, and we'll move to the second layer after that. So I'm going to zoom you guys in now so you can see the colors, and we'll go from there, hey? I got to remember to move the camera. I'm really bad with that. Okay, so the first one is white, which you're probably not going to be able to see very well, but that's okay. I'm just going to draw them in squares like I've been doing throughout the book, like such. And then I'll do like a fade as well. So start dark and fade it out. I mean, you can see there's a little bit of a shine to it, I guess. You can see it a little bit. They are quite smooth. I feel like it's going to lay down quite well. So this one's like a fleshy color. Hello, big girl. My doggy's coming to say hello. So this one's like a fleshy color. I would maybe, yeah, call it flesh or something like that. So we'll come in. They definitely feel like they lay down probably better than the normal pencils. They definitely feel smooth. And I mean, this is cheap notebook paper too, remember, this is just my book where I play. So on actual colouring paper, it'd be interesting to see what they're like. I'm sorry if that table's shaking. I find it hard not to when I'm colouring sometimes. I'm a bit heavy-handed. Beautiful. Yeah, they're definitely smooth. Like, I'm not getting, you know, scratchiness out of them at all. Okay, so this one's like a peachy colour, I guess. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay. Do you know what? The colours are actually quite vibrant from what I'm seeing with this. I think they're all going to be quite vibrant. Good pigment laydown, I guess. Yeah, that's quite nice. I can, so far from what I've felt, I can see myself using these more than probably what I thought I was going to use them. It's quite nice. Oh, if you hear any noise too, my son's watching TV in the background. It's school holidays, and if I wait for the kids to be quiet, nothing will ever get done. So this is like a light, I guess, yeah, light pinky colour. All right. Maybe like a rose. So they're definitely not as soft as like your Prismacolor. I would say they're probably more on par with your Polychromos. So they're not buttery like your Prismas. They're probably more hard tipped like your Polys, I would say, which is good if you like a hard pencil. But you're definitely going to have to layer them, I think, to get but you know, in saying that, like, the color pigment laydown is pretty good, so I feel like you probably wouldn't even have to have too many layers for them to look good. I'm just going to see if I can move that light so it's not reflecting as much. That's a bit better. I think that looks better. All right, so we got a dark pink now. Again, no names, so it's a little bit difficult. But like I said, I'll come back through. Ooh, okay, this is like a fuchsia, I think. I'll come back through and put those names on it. Or I guess like a system that I want off camera. So they're easy to burnish with, definitely. No issues there at all. So let's fade it out. I'm curious to see how many layers you can get down when blending. That'll be an interesting test. But so far, just from these couple, I'm actually quite impressed. All right, so this is a red. Probably like your dark red. Again, good color laydown. Right. Let's fade it out. Definitely smooth, definitely smooth, definitely good color payout. I feel like I don't have to push too hard, so I don't think my hand will end up sore with these, like what normally happens when I'm using my Faber Castells, like the cheaper sets that we all, you know, we all start with something along those lines. These are definitely softer and easier to lay down than those. Oh, I'm heavy-handed. My pencils always tend to break. And I like sharpening them to a really sharp point, so that probably doesn't help at all. Ooh, that's a really nice orange. So that's like a darker orange. And now we've got a lighter orange. And they're not actually too far off the colour of their tip. They're not too bad compared to some of the other cheaper brands that you see where the tips are completely different colour to what actually is coming out. They're actually not too bad. If anything, I would say they're probably slightly more saturated on the ends of the pencils. But again, they're not terribly bad. I guess if you just remember that it's not going to be as intense as the pencil tip. Cool. So that's like a lighter orange. Now this is like an orangey yellow. I'm actually not even pushing that hard. It's just because I sharpen them to such a fine point. I just prefer having it super sharp. So it's not the pencil's fault, that's my fault. Okay, that's pretty. All right, now we're going to go into our yellow. Nice and bright. So this would be like your sunshine yellow or canary yellow. Very pretty. Excuse the grotty fingers too, guys. I realized the other day that my fingernails look really bad. But you gotta remember, like, I do paint, I do craft and things like that. Now, I used to get my fingernails done all the time with acrylics, but I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and because of that, I'm not allowed to have long nails. So I have to keep them quite short. And I've tried painting them and things like that, but because I'm grabbing a gi and using my hands so much in my martial art, that the gi is a rough top that we wear as part of our uniform. And because it's made out of like a canvas, it just tears the nail polish off. So it lasts a day and it's off again because I train every day. So there's 0 point in me really doing nail polish at all. Which is, it's annoying, but it's just something I have to sacrifice for my passion, I guess. So, yeah, sorry about the gross nails, basically, is kind of what I'm getting across, but there's not much I can do. I would love to have acrylic nails again, but unfortunately, because it is a danger to other people and myself, it's not something that I can do. So I would hate to have them done and then accidentally take someone's eye out on my finger, so I just avoid it. So that was a really light green. This one's like a middle green. So yeah, they often have paint in them and, you know, all sorts. We also have a farm, so I'm outside working and feeding animals and all sorts, so they do get pretty beat up. Okay, that's actually really pretty. That's like a grass green, I would say, more than anything. All right, so we're gonna come up over here now. And we're gonna go in with a darker green. So I'm really enjoying these so far. Sorry, that's my microwave. Just thawing out dinner. I'm really enjoying them. They are beautiful going down. And like I said, this is cheap paper. So they're laying down very smoothly on here. And the pigment's really nice. So I feel like these were probably a really good investment, especially for a cheaper pencil. Okay, Okay, so now we're going in with like a peacock green, I would say. It's a bit of a darker green towards the blues. All right, let's lay it down.
Hey Mum, I tried to make a scratch game. You know Swatch?
Yeah.
I tried to make a game, but I was doing so well. It looked so good. It was like a maze game. It had a torch. But I was doing this one pose instead of pretty frustrating. But I got it out of the way and got to another part, and I accidentally deleted most of
Oh
my work.
no, that's frustrating, isn't it?
I almost cried.
All right, so we'll fade it out. So yeah, I'd say that's kind of like your peacock green. All right, so now we're going to get into the teals. So this is like your darker teal. Quite pretty. Quite nice. Okay, so then we've got a lot of teal. Well, this one's pretty. It's like a light turquoise, I think it's sort of equivalent to. Very pretty. Okay, now we're getting kind of into the blues. So this is like a light blue turquoise kind of color, I guess. All right. That's actually a really nice color. I like that color. Very nice. I do like that these colors are bright, right up my alley. I love anything bright. They're definitely really nice colors. All right. Now we're getting more into like a sky blue, maybe. I'm not sure whether you can buy these open stock. I definitely know that my local supplier doesn't stock them open stock. But again, like they're cheap enough that you could just go and buy a whole new packet. I think I paid, remember I'm in Australia, so this is Australian dollars. I think it was $22 for the 36 set, which is not too bad. So like I'd be happy just to go and buy, you know, the replacement set for them. So that's not too much of an issue. There is a bit of a reflection on these, sorry guys. All right, so now we're getting into the second layer. So that's the first layer. Now we're getting into the second layer, which is still on the blues. So this is like a gray kind of blue, or I don't know, it looks gray to me, but let's have a look. I guess it's, yeah, like a bluey gray. Like me, yeah. I would say it's, to me, it's more grey than blue. If that's right. It's just where they've put it into in the order of the pencils. So I've kept their order, I haven't changed it. All right, so next one is like a brighter blue. There is a lot of blues in this set actually, I've just noticed. Compared to like yellow that's only got 2. It's definitely more blues. So I think this feels more like a denim-y blue, or maybe not as, I mean, denim blue might be a little bit darker actually. Yeah, it's nice either way. Now this one's more like a purpley blue. So we're starting to kind of get into the transition colors here. Nice color. Yeah, so I guess my impressions are that they are smooth, definitely smooth. They do have a harder lead, even though they are smooth, which is nice. They definitely feel more like your polychromos than your Prismas. This one's a nice color, actually. And the color payout is quite good. Like it's yeah, definitely not lacking. And they are probably the better option than your normal normal Faber Castells. I feel like my hand won't hurt as much with these because they do lay down a lot easier, a lot smoother, which is definitely a bonus. It's pretty, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of blues. One more here. This probably is going to be more, I thought it was going to be more of a violet blue, but no. This is kind of like your Indian throne blue, however you say it. Indian throne blue. I thought it was going to be more purpley because of where it's sitting next to these purples, but it's not. It's nice. All right, so now we're moving into the purple. So this is a darker purple. Sorry guys, off camera there. This purple's really nice. Very pretty. All right, so now we've got a lighter color, which is probably more like your mauve or mauve. Turn the page and bring it down. All right, so this is, yeah, more like a mauve, I guess. Mauve. It's a pretty color. Yeah, I don't know. They're definitely smooth, that's for sure. They've actually, I think they're a lot smoother than I thought that I expected them to be. I'm not sure why. I guess I'm used to the other Faber Castell, you know, the cheaper side of things. All right, so, oops, I just popped that back in the wrong spot. Right, now we've got like a lavender sort of color, I guess. Like a greyed lavender. Yeah, it's definitely like a greyed lavender. I'm not really pulled towards this color, even with my Prismas. I don't really like it. To me, it's too flat, I think, is probably what it is with the grey in it. I don't know, not really a fan. Okay, so we're moving into the pinks, and this is, ooh, it's probably like your red violet, I would say, actually, probably more than a pink. By the looks of it, yeah, I would say like a red violet, or violet red, whatever order you want to put it in. It's very pretty. I've really been drawn towards the red violets and the salmons and stuff at the moment. I'm not sure why. Ever since I got my, what do you call them? Albrecht Dürers. I don't know, the color, some of the colors in there are beautiful. Okay, so this is your darker pink. Like a fuchsia. I feel like this is really similar. Oh, there we go again. Really similar to one that we just tested over here. Oh no, it's more purpley. Whereas that's more red. Okay. I feel like this is probably closest to no, actually it's no. I don't know. Okay, so now we've got light pink, Or this is like your salmon-y kind of pink. It's pretty. I actually really like that color. This would be a really nice color actually for blush, like when you're coloring portraits. That would be really pretty as a blush color. Oh yes, definitely. Beautiful. I actually really like the purples and the pinks in this set. They're really quite pretty. All right, now we're going back into some reds again. It's the order of these are really funny. So I'd say this is like your carmine red or red carmine, or maybe like your lipstick red, I guess. So it is definitely on the pinker side compared to the red that we had over here. That's probably more on the orangey side compared to this red. And now we've got like another dark red. To me, this is like a reddy brown color, or like a really, yeah, reddy brown. I would say it's more brown to me than red, to be honest. If I was going to pick a red, I wouldn't pick this. That's more of a brown. To me, it is anyway. All right, so now we've got like a burnt ochre kind of color, I guess, which I love burnt ochre, especially for like nature scenes or wood. Very versatile. I can't wait to use these in an actual picture. Actually, they're really beautiful. All right, so this is like a, I don't even know, like a nougat or a really light brown. I don't know. It's actually really quite pretty. This one would be nice maybe as a shadow on some skin tones for a portrait, as like the darker areas of the face. And then we've got a normal, like a darker brown. Actually, that's like your walnut brown probably. It's not as dark as like your sepia. Yeah, it's probably, or Van Dyke brown maybe actually. Walnut brown or Van Dyke brown. Right, now we've got grey. And you only get the one grey in this. And finally, we have a black. I was interested to see how opaque this black is actually. Oh, it's probably not as good as your Prisma, to be honest. I guess when it's laid, it's not too bad. All right, so that's all 36 swatched, and I actually really like them. I'm really happy. So I'm going to zoom you back out so we can have a look at all of them. So yeah, I'm really happy. All right, so yeah, I'm really happy. Let's go back here and have a look. Look how bright they are. I'm actually really impressed with their, what do you call it? The saturation of the colors. They're really pretty. And they're quite opaque as well. My lights are creating a bit of a reflection on them, I'm sorry, but they really are. Look how opaque that is. It's beautiful. And they're all quite similar. So let's look at these ones. And again, they're all bright. They definitely are up my alley because I do not like muted colors at all. I don't go for them ever, unless I'm using them as a highlight. And then even then, I don't like muted highlights. I will go over and get a bright highlight rather than a muted tone. So these are right up my alley. I absolutely think they are beautiful pencils for sure. Very pretty. So like I said earlier, I'll go through and number them in a numbering system and put the number or the name, whatever I choose, next to the pencil in the swatch book. So they will have, I guess, a name or a number that I choose. But at the moment, I'm not too fussed. Like I said, there's only 36. I've kept them in order. So the order is the same as what I've got in here. So I can go back and find them in the meantime, I guess. But anyway, what we're going to do now is have a look at them on some Johanna Basford paper. So let me get that out. Just find one of these little pictures just to have a little go on some nice paper. All right, so I've just chosen the little cakey page or whatever you want to call it. And I'm thinking about just doing these cute little ice creams here. So let's pick some ice creamy colors. So I'm thinking I want to do, I might do some pinks. I might do this brighter pink and the lighter pink fade out. So that's in this set here. So this one and this one. And I'm thinking, to go with the pinks, might do some teal. Actually, I might do yellow, pink, orange, and yellow, I think. So I'll grab my oranges. So I'm gonna go with those two. And then I might actually fade to the yellow with those. And then I might actually do these two here because I'm really loving those sort of colors at the moment. And then we'll see how we go. I might add in some teal as well. So let's have a play with those. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in on those ice creams. And let's have a go at these. All right, so I'm going to start with this little one here. And I think, actually, I'm going to pull out the brown because I want to make this like a chocolate ice cream with some pink icing on it, I think. So let's pull out our brown and our lighter brown because we've only got the two in the set, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to come in with the darker brown with some shading in here. So the shadows would be up under here. So darkest where it is and then fade it out so I can fade it into the other color. Definitely so far is laying down really nicely. So keep coming around the outside. that shadow. I feel like I don't even have to push very hard to get the color payout, which is really nice because I actually have not so good wrists with the sports that I do, and I've also got a ganglion cyst, which sounds really gross, but it's just a fluid sac in this wrist. So that makes it painful sometimes when I'm using harder pencils, but these, I feel like I don't have to push very hard. All right, so I've got my shadow in there. Now I'm going to come in with that second color, which is like that, it's like a burnt ochre kind of color. And I'm just really seeing how they blend together. Considering that this one's quite a lot lighter than the brown, it's actually really nicely blending, really smooth, which is really nice. And again, I feel like I don't really have to push too much. They're kind of buttering and smushing together really nicely. So I feel like the blending is really nice so far, considering that this color, like I said, is lighter. It's actually not too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my pink. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that. That's okay. I'll figure that out. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my dark pink from the bottom. So again, working from the shadows, I always color dark to light. It's just how I've always done it. Doing it this way though, you do need to make sure that you leave space for your lighter colors. If you come in too heavy-handed and go too far with the dark, it's really hard to take that away again. So if you are going to color like this, you do need to make sure that you leave the space for the remainder colors. Otherwise, your picture will end up very monotone and dark. Oh my goodness! What's wrong? You're very loud. The chicken's cooking. You can't have it yet. She's my little dash hound. She's 14, so... Oh my goodness! Oh dear. That's her little... She's got a heart disease, so her little cough that she does, it's really sad, but she's on special medicines, aren't you, darling? All right, so now we're going to go, actually I might just bring this up a little bit higher on those edges. Oh, you're very vocal. You're telling big stories. Yes, you are. All right, but now we're going to go in with our light pink. Let's see how they smush. Ooh, okay. Beautiful. They're blending really nicely together. Again, I don't feel like I have to push very hard. They're kind of melding together. And I'm going to leave some white space at the top as a bit of a highlight. So kind of fade it out towards that end. Very, very impressed. Okay, so I was looking before at the stick, thinking what color I'm going to do them, but I will work that out. And it's actually, you know what? I'm going to go in with this burnt ochre in the shadows for the stick. Because the paddle pop sticks are like, or the ice, we call them paddle pop sticks, I guess, but the ice cream sticks are usually obviously made from wood. So I'm thinking that, and then come in with this peachy color as the highlight kind of color on it. Because they are usually like a lighter wood. There we go. And I'll sort the sprinkles out in a minute because I want to do them rainbow. Okay, so this ice cream here, again, I think I'm going to do like the chocolatey color in the middle. So go our darker brown. it out. So yeah, on this paper they are very buttery. It's really nice. And then come in with this burnt ochre colour. So I think I just bumped the camera, sorry. And blend. And it, yeah, like I said before, again, not pushing hard. It's just laying the colour down and it's kind of melding together, which is nice. While I got this, I'm going to come in with those shadows on these sticks. Okay, and that lighter colour on the stick again. It's like the skin tone, cream, whatever you want to call it. Flesh. Meld it through. All right, now I'm going to do maybe I'm going to do that the creamy tones. Okay, so this is like your salmon color, I guess. So again, I'm going to work towards the top with the highlight at the top, then come in with the flesh tone and leaving that highlight around that top area. Beautiful. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Okay, so down here again, I'm going to maybe come in with the pink. We'll do a pink line. So I'm going to go dark, dark. Then we'll go in with our lighter pink and we'll leave a bit of a highlight in the middle. So just fade it out to like the lighter area. And then we'll do the skin tone. Sorry, the salmon. And I'm just going to repeat it down here, which I should have done a second ago, but that's all right. Like that. Come in with our flesh. Again, fading it to like a wider spot in the middle. I like that these are soft because I can fade them out really easily to that highlight. Again, like the blending is buttery smooth. Very impressed with that. So let's go with our dark pink again. And I guess these are like the little melty drips, so I'll have to fix that up as well with the same colors. So into that middle, into the middle. Very cute. Okay, so let's do the melty. So I'm going to come in at the top with the darker color. And then lighter color. And blend. And then I'll use the pinky over this side. Okay. In with the lighter pink. There we go. All right, now for this one, I'm going to do the chocolate down the bottom, so I'm keeping it consistent between them. So come in with that darker brown. In with that lighter brown. Beautifully blended. Oh, that just makes my heart so happy. All right, so now we're going to do our oranges. So I'm going to come in. Actually, I'm just going to fade out the colors rather than doing that. And I'm going to try the white pencil. That's a good idea. Sorry, I'm just going to sharpen that one quickly. Right, so let me grab my white and we'll use that to blend the highlight. All right, so like I said, I'm going to try the white as kind of blend it out to the lighter bit with just the one color in a like a layered kind of thing. So I'm going to start with the darker orange down the bottom here. And what I'm going to do is go dark, slowly lifting my pressure up to fade it out into like the middle. Same on this side. Slowly lift it to fade it out. And I'm going to use the white to come in and blend and create the lighter orange to the highlight. So let's test that now. So we've got our white and I'm just going to mush it. That works really nicely. Okay, I'm impressed with the white as well. Thought why not give the white a go. Okay, so now we're going to use our lighter orange. Same on this side. Nice. I'll use the white in a sec. I'm going to go in with my yellow, so my next tone. Same on this side. Okay, so let's go in with the white now. Again, mush, 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 mush. Blend it out. Ooh, very nice. Okay, now this top, I'm going to come in with my chocolate again, so dark. And then a little ochre colour. And there we go. So, let's come in that white, try and meld that just a little bit more. Overall, very impressed. So I'm going to come in and put some orange sprinkles. Orangey sprinkles. Some yellow sprinkles. Just to keep the colour theme going. There we go. Beautiful. So bring it up a little bit closer. There you go. Very cute. So I am very impressed with these pencils. Super glad that I bought them. Definitely worth the $22, that's for sure. And I will definitely be using these more because these are beautiful. Very easy to use. Very smooth. Can definitely recommend them, especially for a cheaper pencil to have in your collection. They're really nice. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed watching me colour this little mini cute little ice creams in and enjoyed seeing what they're like, I guess. Anyway guys, if you get them, hope you enjoy them and have a great week. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!